Welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy show. We have tons and tons to get through in this video. If you're confused as to what you are watching, it is a show where we cover the most anticipated ideas on features that fans really want to see make an appearance in the game. Now, this series is only meant to act as a support mechanism to the devs, hopefully, to where they can see, okay, this is exactly what the community really wants to see in the game. So basically, it's just a ton of ideas and theories to help assist with the future content on this game, because again, that is the best thing that you can do, right, is listen from the players themselves. So with that being said, if you want this series to continue, then go ahead and leave a like on this video, and if you want to get involved, all you have to do right now is leave a comment on something, anything you like that you would want to see make an appearance in the future of this game. It doesn't matter how crazy it sounds, though of course keep it within reason, on something that could potentially be in the game, and the ones that get the most thumbs up are the ones that do make an appearance. Now, to kickstart this video, I want to give a quick update because I know tons of you guys are still waiting for that exclusive update, which was meant to be rolling out this week and supposedly is still going to be rolling out this week. Now, what that update is of course exclusive to the PlayStation 5, as it does fix a few exclusive features. One in particular is regarding a trophy in the game. Now, what the others are is still a mystery, but as soon as we do have the patch notes, I'll definitely keep you guys informed. And it is, as I say, meant to still be coming out this week. But let's just dive into these ideas. Now, I saw the first comment that was, I believe, yesterday or the day before, that said, I had a dragon swoop down in front of me and carry off a sheep. The only time I've seen a dragon out in the world in the 82 hours that I have played so far. Now, I just want to say real quick, this is my own little idea. It's about dragon riding. Now, that's the initial concept, just being able to mount a dragon, fly a dragon in the game, and just, you know, that's pretty much as far as that goes. Almost another way of transport, so to say. Now, here's my little adjustment to this idea that I really think is going to be something insane if it did get added, and the initial theory was actually on how you can almost have dragon battles mid-air, but I guess the realistic aspect would be now, if you know dragons are in the game and they do from time to time randomly just come down and do cool things, because it's being revealed that they can just swoop down and actually start drinking water, but then of course you can see situations where it will literally just come down and take another animal, which is absolutely insane. I've still not seen something like that happen in the game, so if you have, let me know in the comments below. But the whole theory here that I guess is more realistic is, if you were able to fly dragons in this game, maybe whilst you're in midair you can actually be attacked by another dragon, just randomly. Your dragon might not react, but maybe just have another dragon, I guess, attack you and you can fall off the dragon. Would kind of be cool, again, because you got that little challenging aspect to it, where it would be you need to, well, I guess survive at that point, right? You need to figure out a way to get away from the dragon, and that could be the whole challenge. Now, that leads back to ways you can die in this game, because don't forget, a voice actor did confirm multiple ways that you can die in the game, and they sounded very, very exciting, and that's where all those theories came from. But things like being knocked off your broom, etc., we know to an extent, I mean, it kind of exists, although if you do die whilst you're on your broom, you will just lay on your broom and slowly dismount, but you will never get to the ground, because by then your screen will just pop up saying that you need to respawn. But I guess hopefully you can see where that whole concept is going. Now, going into the ideas that you guys have given, so the first one is a cool idea for the common rooms would be to play some mini games with other students, like chess, card games, or something like that, and maybe with some rewards or unlockable achievements. I guess it goes back down to the small things in the game as far as attention to detail goes, because a lot of people have been saying, well, you know, they wish they were able to interact with the students more. So I guess when you kind of take that concept and you tie it into this, I can see where it is now becoming a popular idea. But I guess the way that, at least for me anyway, that I feel it would make sense and make me want to actually engage in, is that you do get the rewards from doing these mini games, so some sort of house points, etc. Because one thing that I've really enjoyed doing is the broom racing, and actually trying to beat those times, which is still proven to just be impossible for me for the most part. But that's something that I think could genuinely work in that sort of point system. So if that was integrated, it would absolutely be a no-brainer, and I think would be a ton ton of fun. Of course, that then just goes down to the question on how difficult would it be to actually implement something new like that, because of course you technically would have to get new dialogue, but let me know in the comment section below. Now the next idea is I'd really like a way to save transmog outfits. The way I like to play is to be dressed up as a student whilst in Hogwarts, but then change into my quote-unquote adventuring clothes when I'm out in the world, but it gets kinda old switching each piece of clothing every single time. Now this is not the first time I've seen this idea. It is by far, I'd say, probably up there in the top 10 most requested features in a game, and I can see the convenience that it would actually cause, because right now it is actually an inconvenience to really go and change these pieces, although I guess it's not, look, it's not the biggest issue in the game. I do just want to highlight that, but if we're talking about just quickly changing from one outfit to another to fit whatever, I guess, scene that you're in the game, then it totally does make sense, because from a time saving perspective and just making things incredibly accessible, it's a complete no-brainer. But again, I'm eager to know your thoughts on this, so let me know in the comments below as to whether or not you like to change outfits based on your scenery as well, or potentially what you're doing in the game at that moment in time. So for example, if I know I'm going to go to a camp and I'm going to find a bunch of guys over there, then realistically what I go ahead and do is, it depends on my approach. If I'm going to go stealthy, I typically will change my gear depending on that. But again, everyone's got a different, I guess, outfit for different scenarios. So let me know in the comment section below. Now the next one is, as a quality of life update, I would like the ability to respect talents. As a DLC, I would love to see a year 6 and year 7, and in year 6 we could see Dumbledore arrive as a year 1. Now I guess, you know, what's interesting there is the realism of that happening is very, very unlikely. I mean, it's probably, if anything, not going to happen in this version of the game. If it ever did, it would absolutely be in a sequel for various reasons. One of the big things, actually, you know, to take into account is the motion capture, the dialogue, and how much of an impact, you know, that he'd actually make in the game and the story as a whole. So more realistic for an actual sequel, but as far as everything in terms of the quality of life update goes, I completely understand the ability to respect talent. So again, the DLC potential in this game is phenomenal, and I would love to know if you had two types of DLCs that you would like to see in this game, what would they be and why? Do let me know in the comments below. Now the next one is being able to sit on chairs and being able to sleep in your dorm to make the time pass, just like waiting would be amazing. Now again, this kind of links up to the first idea, just about making Hogwarts more of a student experience, and the whole sitting on chairs thing has actually been a very hot topic, alongside the whole situation to have animals as pets. So for example, having an owl as a pet, right? And again, that's kind of becoming a simulator at that moment in time. Could that potentially then just be a standalone DLC as well, where you actually get a full-fledged student experience? And is that something you would actually purchase? That's a very interesting idea. Now the next one is, I would like the option to purchase multiple items at once, like stacks of materials or potions. Having to buy them one by one does get a little annoying. Now again, this has been, I guess, 90% of people's frustration, but it's definitely been growing since the game has been released. And again, it just comes down from that convenience aspect of things, because one thing that I find incredibly annoying is not so much the buying aspect, although it does sync to, you know, the same situation when you're selling, but when you're selling and you're just trying to get your money up for the most part, trying to get the coins, having to go through one item at a time, especially if you have multiple of them, is incredibly frustrating. So I think maybe just having the option to actually go max as well, so you just select, let's just say square for example, which means it would go to the max amount of whatever it is you can buy, I think that would be very helpful. But again, eager to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. And we got some very interesting information regarding a 15-second rule yesterday, so check out that video that you see on screen right now.